This is week 5, perspective. This week could have the potential of being a little bit stressful, so I think we should keep it simple. We should leave out all the fancy terms. You can teach them maybe vanishing point and the word perspective, but I would say all those other terminology we're just going to leave out. So again, remind the kids this is about them paying attention to details. This is not about what they think they see. This is about us forming that habit of attention. Mamas are there, they have their paper, they're not sitting in the back, and we're gonna not talk unless it's absolutely necessary. If you have questions or you need me to slow down, just raise your hand, don't shout out, because this is gonna be one of those weeks that gets a little bit crazy. And if time permits, they can actually complete a beautiful piece of artwork at the end of this week. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just look at some one-dimensional shapes that I've drawn on the board. So I've got a square, a triangle, I've got 2 circles, and some straight lines. And we're gonna talk about how it would make those look three-dimensional. So for a square, for instance, we would make it into a cube. So we would have our square, draw a square behind it, draw some connector lines, and now I have a cube, okay? For the triangle, I would draw a straight line down here and an angled line there. Now I have a pyramid. For the cylinder, you really need one end open, straight lines, and then you're not seeing that other end. It's there, but I can't see it. So again, I'm only drawing what I see. So these are ways to make things look more three-dimensional. And so you're just gonna spend a little bit of time talking about that. Again, you might want to just show them a sheet of paper, have a sheet of paper, have them draw a line in the center, and this is our vanishing point. And if you're the older kids and you're going to do the final artwork, you might want to go ahead and do this on the cardstock or the watercolor paper that we're going to use for it. And just talk about the fact that everything we're going to draw is going to gradually vanish at this point, which would be the horizon line, right? So we can't see past the horizon. And so we're going to try to make things look as three-dimensional as possible. So that when we're done, we're gonna have a picture that looks similar to this. So they'll have their picture like this, and they're gonna use a pencil for this. And they're just gonna go ahead, as they're drawing, they're gonna draw from here, they're gonna draw their 2 lines. That's gonna be our pathway, right? That's gonna be there. And then you decide where's the castle gonna be. Well, I'm gonna have the top part of the castle is gonna be there, and then this is where the bottom part's gonna be. And they're just drawing these real, I should use a Sharpie for this. So you would use a pencil so that you could erase it. But, so they would have their basic path. They would have the line here and here for the top of the castle, and the line there for the bottom of the castle. And they're just gonna draw some basic straight lines. Obviously they would come back and erase these, but they're just gonna draw their straight lines, go back and erase, and they're gonna do their lines here too. Go back and erase the ones in between so that it looks more like a step-up pattern. And then they're just gonna connect to that part. And then we're gonna put some trees in, but the trees are gonna look bigger the closer they are to us. So actually the trees are almost all gonna look the same height. And they're going to get a little bit smaller as they go. So these are going to be kind of big up here. So we would draw our the base of our trees, and then our trees are going to kind of and then we're going to come right here, and there's going to be a base of the tree right there, and they're going to get a little bit smaller as they go. And then we're going to come here, and there's going to be a base of the tree there. And as we go, they're doing the base of the trees, and they're making them smaller and smaller. And then they're going to draw the door to the castle. And then if they want to put a sun, they can do that and finish it off. I would give them time, not a lot of time to draw it, so that you can have time to actually paint it. I know this seems almost backwards to what we've been doing, but they're going to want that time. And you can teach some fun techniques in the painting portion of really blending colors in. So time permitted, you can let them color it, or I would just go ahead and say We're not going to paint it in class. We're not going to color it in class. And we're going to spend a lot of time drawing it because you kind of have to do one or the other. Notice this one has tops to theirs and this one does not. So those are just some options for perspective drawing. The younger kids on this one, again, those moms are beside them. Just have them help them with it. I know they're going to want to produce their own artwork. So if you wanted to find something simpler, then that would be a good idea. But if you wanted to, you really could even stop here and have them learn about shading, how to make it look like there's light coming in from one angle, and just have them do this for their perspective, week 5.